Hey, hello everybody. Happy Sunday afternoon and happy Easter to all of you and your family and friends. This is Dawn Borchette, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the Ludington, Scottville, Michigan area, and I'm glad to be with you guys today. I debated whether I should be on here on Easter or not, but you know what? I have no plans, so here I am. So if you are available, come on in, sit at my craft table with me. We're going to do some fun Easter projects today because unfortunately, the things that we're using are going to be retiring soon, which bums me out. And there's 3 in colors that we're using today that will be retiring as well. So if you haven't lately, make sure to go to my online store and click on Last Chance. And you're going to see a lot of stuff. Stampin' Up! Updated, I think about a week ago. The last chance list. Last chance basically means retiring product. Once it's gone, it's gone. First come, first serve. So make sure to check it out. There's a lot of items that have also been marked down in price. So if you've wanted to get your hands on some things, go ahead and poke around and see what you can find. There's a lot of great stuff there yet. Also, as always, if you like to keep in touch, or I'd like to keep in touch with you, and if you'd like to keep in touch with me, go ahead and scan that QR code. Go ahead and open up the camera on your smartphone, point it to that silly looking code, and it will automatically bring up a link that you tap on your screen. It'll take you right where you need to go to sign up for my newsletter. So I'd love to have you join us and follow along with us, so to speak. As far as some other things here at the chalet, first of all, just to let you know, we do have a YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And if you know of anybody else who would love my content and is a paper crafter, creator, maker, make sure to tell them about the chalet as well. The more the merrier, right? Also, make sure to check out my blog after every live, which is dawnscreativechalet.com. And there you'll find all the stuff from today, along with all the happenings with Stampin' Up! And the chalet. Okay. As far as like the photographs of the projects that we've done today, the items that we've used. Speaking of, before I forget, so this is what we call a recipe card. There's a lot of links here just to help you out to find me in all the places. Also, I didn't print all of it, but then it also has a listing of all the items that we're using today. So yeah, make sure to go ahead and grab that up. The link will be posted up above this live after we're done, and also at the very bottom of the YouTube channel description for today's live once I have it posted in about an hour maximum after we're done here. Although, you know what, I have to say, Stampin' Up! Has changed out some things. So it's a little bit crazy on loading things, downloading from here and uploading to YouTube. I don't know. I am not a very technical person, so little things that change really throw me off. How about you guys? Anyway, so I'd love to have you go ahead and take a poke around at my blog as well. And as far as some upcoming things here at the chalet locally, if you are local, I would love to have you come for a class. We just had a sip and stamp over at Starbucks on Friday. Thank you for those who I was able to photograph and post, and thank you for stopping by to make a free craft with me. It's good to see you ladies every single month. And of course, make sure to tell your friends and bring them along for the next one. The next sip and stamp will be on May the 1st. May 1st. So, you know, that'll be here before we know it. Also coming up at the chalet, my goodness, I can't talk again today. And I also still have this cold. So bear with me if I sound kind of, I don't know, stuffed up. This cold just won't go away. I brought it back with me from California. It's been a free souvenir ever since. Anyway, The next creative card class will be this Thursday, April the 9th. And we're going to be using the Delicate Whispers, which is beautiful. I think you're going to love it. And then also towards the very end of, did I say May? I meant to say April. If I did say April, it is, or you know what I mean. You can read it. My goodness sakes. Oh, gosh. Anyway, the end of the month is going to be a product inclusive class. Hi, guys. Hello, hello. Hey, Evelyn. Happy Easter. Happy Sunday crafternoon. So the end of April, we moved the date 1 week later for the product inclusive class, which is called Filled with Sweetness. So that is the mason jar and all the little fruits and all the fun things. I have some fun things planned for you guys. So make sure to RSVP. You will need to prepay me for that class because I have to order the product in advance. It's going to be really cute. We're going to make a little like a gift card. I want to call a gift card holder for the cards and then making the 4 cards. So I'm super excited about it. I'm glad you can understand me, Evelyn, because sometimes I can't understand myself. But no, it's not scary. That's too funny, though. You make my day. Also, let's see here. We have a catalog kickoff coming up the May through August 2026 new mini catalog, and the new May online exclusives are coming up. So we don't really have an annual catalog, but this is kind of sort of like it because we have a lot of new stuff in it. In fact, it's almost overwhelming. It's so good. Right? It's really good. So anyway, just wanted to remind you of that. They'll be on Thursday, May the 7th, and it's a party. You do need to RSVP for it. It is similar. It's priced just as a class. We are going to go ahead and use some brand new products. We'll have a lot of the products on display so you can see them in person, because things like designer series paper are always better when you see them in person. I'm also going to try a online version of a catalog kickoff. So that'll be something a little different for us, and I am still trying to figure that out, but we'll get there. Anyway, the catalog will be live on May 5th. So I want to make sure to do something online as well as in person. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, so the catalog kickoff is on Thursday, May the 7th, just 2 days after the catalog goes live. And again, it's going to be a party. We're going to have a lot of samples for you to go ahead and immerse in and have inspiration surrounding you while we play with the new product as well. So everything is going to be changed up in the classroom, and it's going to be all new stuff. And then as we get into May, we have creative card class and the product class. And we also have my BOGO coming up on May 16th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And yeah. That's always fun, right? So some people ask, well, what is a BOGO? So I set up all my retired product and I have it marked, and it's not garage sale pricing. It's priced as to what it would be in the catalog normally. And what you purchase there, you'll get to choose free product from the new catalog. So that's pretty awesome. And all the nitty gritty with that comes when you guys are there at the sale. Otherwise, I don't need to really get into that, do I? Other than you get free stuff. Basically, you're getting free things. Also want to remind you guys of, it's April, right? So we have a new, this used to be called Bundle of the Month. It is now called Creative Card Collection. We've changed it up just a little bit, and we are featuring the cutest crew bundle. It is adorable. Here's just a sneaky peek at my card. I've teamed up with 15 or 16 other demonstrators, and there are projects galore using this bundle. So if you guys love the birds and the kitty cats and the dogs, this is going to be right up your alley. It's adorable. But anyway, with the $75 minimum order at my online store, before shipping and tax, and after you've already used your stamp and rewards, if you decide to do so, this is a gift that you'll get free from me. And it's, like I said, 16 projects with color photos, all the measurements, and video instruction for every single project. So pretty awesome. And along with that, just to mention, when you hit that $75 mark, you also get to choose a product of the month. And I believe January, February, March, along with April's new, which it's here somewhere. Where did I put it? Here it is. So here is, nope, that was March. Okay, where did April go? Because that is a really cool, oh, here it is. It's an eyelet die called Eyelet Blooms, but I am pretty sure Notes of Spring is available. So if you haven't already gotten the others, then you'll want to choose the eyelet. You know, you can choose between all of them, but if you have chosen those in the past, then you only get to choose from the ones you haven't gotten yet. Does that make sense? Anyway, so this was March. This is April. I love it. I think that's beautiful. Look at the detail in that die. So pretty. So you get to purchase this for $5 if you reach the $75 mark in my online store. But just make sure that you click on the top where it kind of gives you the, I don't want to say a barcode, but it's kind of like this graph that goes across, and it kind of lets you know that you've reached that $75 mark. You'll want to click on that button, see what your options are, and physically put it into your cart, because you're actually purchasing it just like anything else, but for $5. Okay. Don't do a Dawn. I say this every week, but I made the mistake of forgetting to actually physically like put it into my cart. And so I missed out on that, which really bummed me out. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm finding, though, that the online ordering process has gotten easier. And I know that the IT department at Stampin' Up! Is doing a great job with a lot of updates and things and making it easier for us to shop in the online store, which is a good thing, right? Because the easier, the more we buy. Also want to let you know about Paper Pumpkin. So we have until the 10th to go ahead and sign up for Lakeside Retreat. It also coordinates with a suite of product that I just started playing with a bit yesterday. I'm not going to show them to you yet because I want to show these cards to you guys during my online catalog kickoff stuff. But anyway, it's beautiful. If you love the lake, you love the water, Waterside Retreat is going to be one of those suites you're going to want to get your hands on. And this as well. So sign up by the 10th if you would like to get April's kit. Lakeside Retreat. Also, just a reminder, speaking of my online store, I know I've been showing these, and these, like, this is old hat now. At least it feels like it, right? Because we are full speed ahead. Every other month we have new products that are being introduced into the world of Stampin' Up! Whoops, there's something I need to do here really quick before I forget. I want to make sure. Let me see. Okay, cool. You know, I didn't even check to see if I was in the right place. Afterwards, I'm thinking, I better check that. Silly me. Anyway, so there are products that are available that are added every other month. So every odd month, if that makes sense. So it was January, March, and then we'll have May coming up with some new products. So it's something where you're going to want to check out the store. I also post these links every so often so you can have a visual of a PDF version of like a pamphlet, brochure, whatever you want to call it. So you can see all the items together, because I know for me it's easier to shop from something like this that's a little more organized than everything that's kind of scattered about. So anyway, always be on the lookout within my group, the community, or here on my Facebook page where I post these links. And speaking of, here's just a sneak peek of what you'll see. Excuse me, I got a dry throat too, for the online exclusives for May. And do you notice this stuff right here? OMG, for those of you who love Winnie the Pooh, Silly Old Bear, that whole suite of product is amazing. And it's like a double bundle within the suite. It is so cute. I was not going to get it. Wasn't going to get it. I kept telling myself I have enough stuff. and it jumped into my cart, and it has arrived, and I can't wait to play with it. I caved. What can I say? And just a reminder, this is our mini catalog from January through the end of April. So it will be going out soon. So a lot of the products that are in here are found in the last chance list. And then we have a new catalog coming up, which is the May through August. If you don't already have a demonstrator, and if you would like to receive a catalog, make sure to let me know, and I will make sure to give you the deets on how to get one in your hot little hands. Okay, and by the way, for anybody who's local, you'll receive one when you either come to a class in the next month, or if you are attending my BOGO event or my mini catalog kickoff. So those 3 ways, if you're local, is how you're going to get one of my new catalogs. If you are long distance and you have shopped with me within the last 6 months, you're going to receive a catalog automatically from me through Stampin' Up. However, there's a little but in there. So what's happening is some people have obviously, who haven't shopped with me in the last 6 months, have not made an account with me and chosen me as their preferred demonstrator. So you guys need to do that if you haven't done so, and just go ahead and place an order for the next catalog so you'll be able to get one, because the next one will be, what will it be? It'll be in the holiday stuff at that point. So I just want to give a quick reminder out there, because honestly, I can't add anybody to my mailing selector, as they call it, through Stampin' Up! The mailing program, unless you've opted in, set up your account, and chosen me as your preferred demonstrator. Otherwise, I can't add you, and I have no access, no way to add you to a list. Now, all your information is yours, and I can't access it. So it's a whole new world, right? And I get why Stampin' Up! Is doing it, because they're trying to protect you and your information, your credit card information, all the things. Okay. Whew, that was a lot of stuff, wasn't it? Let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, we are using Easter Joy today. And as I mentioned, we are going to do some Easter projects. Just to let you know that this is last chance stuff. And it's gorgeous. I've had so much fun playing with this. This is also another specialty paper that's within the suite of product. That is really cool and super shiny. But anyway, so we're doing the last of the Easter and spring cards, as I'll call it, because one of them will say Happy Easter, but I think the others, I think I put Happy Spring, because you know what? We have bunnies all spring long, so it's not just Easter, so to speak. So if you do have this suite and you haven't been sure what to do with it, now that you still have some stuff remaining, you've gotten all your Easter stuff out of the way, still know, I truly think that you could still use this, maybe minus the eggs, but there's always the other side of the paper, right? Which is this right here. But still, as far as the baskets, just don't decorate them with bunnies, so to speak, but decorate them just with flowers for Easter, or excuse me, for spring. Oh my goodness, I got Easter on the brain today. Anyway, so this is what we're using today. And also, another thing that I used today was the All in a Row embossing folder on one of the cards. Now, I just, again, wanted to talk about the last chance list. If you guys love embossing folders, there are a lot of embossing folders, including this one, that is in the last chance list. This really bums me out, because we really don't have a lot of these, unless we're going to have more coming out into the online exclusives this summer, because I've already seen what we're going to have available for May. So, but anyway, I just want to let you know, if you love embossing folders, love a little bit of texture on your cards, make sure to check out the last chance list, because there's a boatload of them there, and I believe they're marked down in price as well, which, I don't know, makes me a little sad. I hate to see these go, because it seems like this just came out for this catalog. But anyway, And my Bounty, the one that I think looks like, it's called Beautiful Pattern, but I call it the Bounty embossing folder because it looks like a paper towel. I'm goofy. But anyway, that one is also leaving. I'm like, no, don't go. The other thing we're using today to make things really easy, and this I believe is staying, this is the 3-banner punch. So I love this. A lot of sentiments do fit in this if they're smaller. And I never really know what to do with those small sentiments. So this is perfect for them. And we're using this on some of the cards today, along with stylish shapes. Again, I know I say this every week. I almost use this on every single card I do, especially the circles and the dovetail dies. I love these. The squares so much. I don't use them as much, but I can't remember if I'm using one today or not. I prepped these cards up like a week ago, so trying to keep ahead of myself. Also, once again, just to show you, Easter basket. Now, I'm really bummed because I think the dies are gone, and I'm not sure they're coming back. I think that this is on last chance. So again, if you guys have this, make sure to hoard it. It's adorable. I love this Easter basket so much. And the way you can make it into a little 3D item and put candy in it or whatever is just a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm bummed that it's leaving. So I thought, you know what, let's give it one last hurrah. And for those of you who did grab it up, maybe I'll give you some inspiration on some ways you can use it yet into the spring. And don't think of it just as Easter, right? Just don't say Happy Easter on the card. Okay, first card. So in that pack of paper, they have, I want to call sections. I don't know how to I don't know the right word. Can't pick it out in my head. Anyway, where you can cut the designer series paper and it gives you backgrounds. They're like backgrounds, sections of backgrounds that you can cut apart. See, this is the back of the paper. We'll use some of this later. But it's so cool because it's very easy to make a very quick card. So let's say maybe you're not gathering with your family for Easter until maybe next weekend or whatever the case may be, and you're still going to make Easter cards, or you can say Happy Spring on this as well. But anyway, I chose to do an Easter card, and I cut this from the designer paper. Super easy. I did cut it down just a little bit to fit onto my Pretty in Pink, which is a in color that is going to retire. I really love Pretty in Pink. I'm a pink girl anyway. So, oh, I did. I was going to say, I forgot the piece, the liner inside. So let's give you guys some measurements. First of all, Pretty in Pink, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I have this basic white piece for the liner inside the card. That would help if I grab some glue, huh? And dimensionals. How could I forget those? Grab those. I didn't get any of my adhesive out. What was I thinking? Anyway, this is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to go ahead and just put that liner inside the card like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this down directly to the card base. And this is cut at 4 by 5.5. So it actually goes edge to edge of the card. But you see a little pink sticking out on the top and the bottom. Just like that. Then I have a strip of paper here. This is, I believe, 1 by 5. I guess I should look at my cheat sheet, huh? Yep, I was correct. 1 by 5. And I'm going to go ahead and take my Shy Shamrock, again, in color that's retiring. And I've really gotten to love this green. It is so pretty. So again, I'm not sure if it's still available in the online store under Last Chance, but if it is, whoops, grab it up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this on the right side Oh, it turned out perfect. Look at that. I'm so happy. It's going to be a good day. We're starting out well. And I'm going to go ahead and take the ink off this so I don't get ink on my purple shirt. Then I'd look like an Easter egg, wouldn't I? And I'm also going to go ahead and just take a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue. And we're going to stick it right about there. That looks good. Perfect. Now I did some coloring already because I didn't want to keep you guys here all day because maybe you do have plans. I don't know. But anyway, we are going to color the Easter Bunny just a little bit. I'm going to use Smoky Slate, and this is the light Smoky Slate. Whoops, I want to use the brush tip. And I don't know, I just like to do a little outline on the bunny just to give him a little bit of a shadow. And we'll do his tail. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of his ears. Okay. And then I've also grabbed Pretty in Pink. Whoops. Stampin' Blends. I'm going to use the brush tip. I know some of you guys prefer the other because it gives you a little bit better control. I don't know why I love the brush tip. As long as it doesn't go boing. I've had a couple of these where they've been well loved, and all of a sudden it's like the brush tip looks like it's took a trip somewhere. I don't know. But after a while, sometimes they do get a little wonky. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use some dimensionals on the back of this bunny. Whoop, we're going to put the extra one on the back of my hand. You know, yesterday when I was creating, I stuck a dimensional on the back of my hand like I normally do if I grab too many. And I forgot all about it. I'm so used to doing this. I end up walking around the house with this on. Don't even know what's on there. Yep, just carrying my dimensionals around the house. And then, see, I think, all those on with dimensionals. So I colored these with, let's see here. This is Peach Pie, also retiring. Stampin' Blends, by the way. This is Pretty in Pink, retiring. And this is Lemon Lolly. It's not retiring. And I used just the dark and the light. I thought it would be kind of fun to keep them kind of monochromatic. I like them that way. I don't know, when you guys decorate your Easter eggs, do you do monochromatic? Surprise, huh? I know, right, Evelyn? Surprise! I'm so predictable, it's scary. All right, we're going to peel these off, and let's see, he's going to be holding an Easter egg here. He's bringing you guys an Easter egg, and we're going to put the other ones right behind him, just like so. And there is card number 1. What do you guys think of that one? Isn't that cute? So easy to make a card, right? So impressive. Everybody's going to be like, wow, you made that? That's awesome. You're like, yeah, I did. Okay, let's go ahead and get to card number 2. So this one, I did use a square. That's right. See, I forgot all about it. Grab my cheat sheet here. Put that there. Okay. So again, using this beautiful designer series paper, using the squares from the Stylish Shapes. Grab all my little goodies here. And I have a few losables, as I call them. That's when they're itty bitty pieces that we can lose easily. So I have to be careful, hopefully not to have those fall on the floor. So we're going to set those aside here, give you guys some measurements. First of all, our card base is basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We don't need a liner in this, but you could if you wanted to, and maybe use a couple of colors. Hello, is it Jeanne? That's a cool name. Hello, and thank you for joining us. I also have a piece of Pretty in Pink. And this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So this is going to be our first layer. And then I have a couple pieces of designer series paper. And keep in mind, you guys, you could use these layouts for other cards completely, and they would look totally different with the same layout, so to speak. Like what do I want to call it? Card sketches. Do you guys, I love card sketches. Like, I just dig those. So first of all, I think what I'll do, I'm going to go ahead and put this piece down. Again, this is Pretty in Pink, and it is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. And then for my 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, let me see what we got here. I should know this by heart, but I don't. This piece is cut at 1 1/2 by 5 1/8. The stripes is cut at 2 1/4 by 5 1/8. And here's the back side of it, which is also very pretty. I think we're going to use this on another card, so keep with me here. So these are going to layer so it's pretty tight against the border. Yeah, there we go. Here's the back side of the stripes. So we're going to go ahead and add the multi-purpose liquid glue. I love that glue for this type of thing because it gives me wiggle room so I can move around my paper in case it's a little wonky or a little crooked. And, uh-oh, I almost lost them. They were going to be man overboard. Oops, we don't want to lose our flowers. Okay, so this, or these, I should say, I'm layering, and they are from the stitch shapes, and they're the squares, obviously. And I love the stitching around those. Isn't that pretty? So we're going to go ahead and, first of all, we're going to layer these together. So this is basic white, and of course, Pretty in Pink. Just like so. And then I use the die that cut the grass, whether it's for the Easter basket or with your flowers. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down. A little itty bit of this glue goes a long way, I have to say that. So if you guys aren't really a green glue person, as I call it, I know, isn't this a great bundle? I love it, Evelyn. I really do. I'm really bummed that it's not going to be around and that it actually is retiring. So if you guys have this, hoard it, keep it, because it's a good one. And you know, I do say, because I do this as a business, I do have my retirement sale every spring, and there's usually like 1 or 2 sets that I just can't get, I just can't break away from, so to speak. And I think this is going to be one of them, because I just love that Easter basket die and these flowers. I think just the whole thing about this bundle is awesome. Okay, and then, so we have our cute stems. And the cool thing about the die, look at the detail in that. And it, when you cut these, it actually leaves that detail as well. Then we have these little, what are these, daffodils? I'm not a flower expert. I kill flowers really well, but I don't grow them very well. I love them, but I just don't have the best green thumb in the world. All right, and by the way, the flowers are peach pie, and the grass and the stems, leaves are shy shamrock. And go ahead and put this one on. Let's see, right there. And then we're going to layer these little guys on top. So I'm going to just put an itty bitty drop of glue. So what are you guys up to for the holiday today? Doing anything fun? Anything special? Gathering with family and friends? We took a ride just for something to do. Took a ride out to the state park. And for those of you who aren't real familiar with where I'm at, I live right here in Michigan, literally alongside Lake Michigan. And the Lake Michigan today is like angry. There's whitecaps out there today. It was pretty crazy. The wind was kicking up, and it was pretty cool. So just decided to take a ride. Just to say I did something on Easter, right? Although I'm hanging out with you guys, that's something, isn't it? Aw. Thanks, Jan. Okay, and am I pronouncing your name correctly? I want to make sure I am. Is it Jan? I love that. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and stick that down. And this is from the Stitch Shapes. This is the smaller little guy. And I'm going to use Shy Shamrock and also Hello Spring, right? Because now we can use these for not just Easter. Whoops. Make sure I'm within visibility for you guys. All right. Ooh, that turned out good. Yay. Okay, I'm going to clean that off so I don't get my fingers in it or something. What was I doing? Was it yesterday or the day before? I kept getting ink on my pinky. It must be the way I hold my stamp. I don't know. But anyway, it was getting all over everything. I was making a hot mess. I was not happy. I'm like, what in the heck? It's not like it's my first time stamping or anything. I don't know what the deal was. I was not having a good day. We're going to use the crust, as I call it, and pop this little guy up. And there we go. Card number 2. All right. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love it. I love this layout. I think I'm going to be using this a bit as far as the sizes of the designer paper behind the focal point. Pretty cool. It's a winner. Okay, next card. We're cruising right along now that I'm not talking so much, right? Oh, goodness sake. So this one also has a few losables. So we're going to set it right here. I'm going to show you the card close up here and grab my cheat sheet. So I give you guys the proper measurements. A lot of little pieces here, but so much fun. So first of all, the card base is basic white thick cardstock. It is cut at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then we have the all in a row embossing folder that is leaving. Oh my goodness. Is he really? That's cool. Where about in Michigan is he from? I love this pattern though, and it's nice because it leaves a subtle impression. It's not like crazy. And again, this is called All in a Row, and hey, go blue. And yeah, I love it, but it's leaving. So if you guys love this, make sure to grab it up in the online store because it's last chance. So this is a 4x4 piece. We're going to stick it on here first. That sounds funny, doesn't it? The way it's scraping up against that. I'm making too much noise. Okay, there we go. And then this piece is cut at, let's see here. What did I cut this at? I don't know. We're going to measure this because I didn't write it down for some reason. I have every other measurement on there. 4 by 3.5. 4 by 3.5. This is 4 by 4. So they're obviously going to overlap like that. So we're going to go ahead and use our wonderful green glue that is not green. It's, by the way, for those who may be newer with me, it's this glue here. I just don't like the tip on that container. I have better control with this. And you can get these on Amazon. And I take the time to fill them with our multi-purpose liquid glue. And it's a whole new world. And I actually love using our liquid glue now because before I did not. Because I was getting it all over the place. Although I guess, truth be told, that still happens, but not as bad. All right. So these two are going to layer together, and let me give you some measurements on these. Let's see, where did I put it? Did I not? Are you kidding? Okay, let's measure these because apparently I forgot these too. Wow, I'm on a roll today, huh? 2 1/8 must be 3 5/8. Yep, 2 3/8 by 3 5/8, and this is Shy Shamrock. And then our designer paper is 2 by 3 1/2. All right, so we're going to layer these together. Again, this is a great layout for other cards that you may be making. And this is going to have just a skinny little layer peeking through, just like so. And I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. We're going to use some of the crust, just like bread crust. I get a little crazy with it though. I'm like, oh yeah, just put a big strip here, one over here, you know, one here. Why not? Because I get all excited. That means I'm going to use a brand new sheet of dimensionals, which is always fun, right? Breaking those in. All right, we're going to eyeball it and put it right about there. That looks good. And then I have 2 circles that I punched out with our circle punches. And let's see here. This is 2 1/2 inch circle for the Shy Shamrock, and then 2 1/8. No, sorry about that. Okay, 2 1/2 circle for the Shy Shamrock, and 2 3/8 circle for the white. And they're both punches, and they layer perfectly with just a little bit of the color peeking through. So we're going to go ahead and layer these together, just like so. There we go. Again, giving a little wiggle room with that liquid glue. And we're going to work on the circle here for a couple minutes. Then we're going to do some coloring because apparently I didn't do any of that prior to. So we're going to stick this here. First of all, this is our little grass die that works with the basket, or just as if you're doing, what I want to call it, like a scenery, I guess. And then I went ahead and I used my Shy Shamrock Stampin' Blends and just colored this in, just 'cause. Whoops. I'm going to do the whole bottom, otherwise that's going to look goofy because I went out of the lines. Oh no, there we go. So it just kind of blends in. This one did not show as much, but hey, it's all good. Okay, and then actually I'm going to use this again, and I'm also going to use Lemon Lolly. And this is the dark Lemon Lolly. I'm going to grab the light as well. Or is this Daffodil? Nope, it's Lemon Lolly. They almost look alike, Lemon Lolly and Daffodil, as far as the caps. And then I'll fill in. Not that you can tell a whole lot, but hey, I'm not the best color person in the world. This is like, this and fussy cutting are not my thing. Just not real good at it. All right, and then I want to take Smoky Slate. Oops, where's the bunny here? The big bunny. And this is the light Smoky Slate. I'm just going to do a little shadowing. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Giving it a little bit of dimension. And our little Peter Cottontail here. All right. And then Pretty in Pink, and this is the dark, I believe. And we're going to color the inside of his ears. Isn't he cute? And then for the little guy here, I'm going to use crumb cake. How do you guys color? Do you use dark to light, light to dark? I'm kind of all over the map with it. Sometimes it's one way, sometimes it's another. So that was the light. I'm going to come in with the dark. I'm going to use the bullet point on this. just to be safe. Little chocolate bunny. Actually, that side seems like it's getting a little dried out or something. There we go. That's better. He's so cute. Did you guys get a chocolate bunny for Easter? I didn't get anything for Easter. What's up with that? The bunny is slacking. Light to dark, Evelyn says. Hi, Katrina. Thanks for joining us today. Happy Easter. Happy Sunday crafternoon. Okay, there we go. All right. And I think that's it for the coloring. So I know me well. So I punched out with the 3-banner punch 2 of these. They're the same size, same thing. I just figured in case I make a mistake, right? Oh, let's see here. We're going to use Peach Pie, another ink color that is retiring. So sad. I'm going to put this to the side for just a minute. And again, we're going to make a spring card. That came out pretty good. I'm happy with that. Alrighty. So hello, spring. Now we're going to go ahead and build my little focal point here. So I think I'll put him on with dimensionals. This card is going to be quite, how do I want to put it, quite puffy. Lots of dimensionals. The post office does not like me very much. I love a lot of dimension on my cards. There we go. All right. So we'll put him off to the right-hand side, even off the circle slightly. And oh, we need to put this little guy together too. So let's glue this down first. Whoops, there we go. So cute. Now, when I do glue my grass, if I know I want to stick something underneath it like I just did, I only put the layer of glue on the very bottom, so it gives me a little space to tuck things under, if that makes sense. And here is the, I think it's a daffodil. Don't laugh at me, you guys. Like I said, not real good with the flower thing, but you know. And that is, by the way, Lemon Lolly. And then we're going to go ahead and build up the flower with this little piece. These dies are so cute. Wait, I said that already, didn't I? Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and put our tulip into place. By the way, for those of you who are familiar with Holland, Michigan, which is only about an hour and a half south of me. Pretty soon they're going to be having their tulip festival. That's huge. It is big. So I'm going to put the dimensionals just on the right hand side because we've already bumped this up with dimensionals and I want it to lay flush. So I'm just going to put the dimensionals on the right. Okay, and layer that little guy just like so. And then also, I think we'll pop him up. I was thinking, do I want to use a dimensional on him or not? Sure we do. Why would we not, right? All right, so there we go. And then we have our bow. I love this die too, and it looks so cute on the baskets. And you know, I meant to grab some of the baskets that I've made, and I forgot. They're in the classroom on the other side of the house, so oops. And then here we go. I was gonna say, where did I put that? I know I just stamped it. Oh my goodness. And then again, we're gonna use a little bit of the crust. What do you guys call that edging around the dimensionals? Do you call it crust? What do you call it? I don't know. Am I weird? Well, of course I'm weird, but you know. All right. I'm going to put that like so. And there is card number 3. Oh my goodness. We are cruising. So I have one more for you guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Jan. I should have grabbed some of my other samples as well, because I have a boatload of samples from this whole suite. And I completely forgot. So here's our last card. I don't know if I want to say this is my favorite of the four, but it's just kind of fun and a little different. I love the layout. So we are using Balmy Blue, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. And then the inside piece is basic white, and again cut at 4 by 5 1/4. What about the edge? I'm sorry, Evelyn. You know me. I get to going on things, and there's things I do forget. The edge. Oh, the dimensionals. Gotcha. See? Just call me Spacey. Let me give you guys some sizes here on the DSP, because, again, I love this layout. I love it, and I think it could be used with a fun focal point for a lot of different suites of product. So the designer paper, this is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. The one to the left is, let's see here, 1 1/8 by 5 1/4. The one on the right is 2 by 5 1/4. The crust. Now I know what you're talking about. You know, the funny thing is, and I'm so sorry, I apologize when I do get lost, because it's like you guys are delayed to me. So even though you're hearing me in real time, I'm live. It's delayed by I don't know how many seconds, but by that time I've already lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh, too funny. Oh Lordy. Now I'm going to put my card base this direction. For me, for some reason, it's easier for me to eyeball it and to line it up so it's not crooked. And then I'm going to put this piece on, then we'll sandwich the middle piece, and hopefully it will work out correctly. Let's see, there we go. Just like that. Oh, it fits. I'm so excited. I love when things work out. Okay, there we go. And just like so. I love these patterns together. I just think this, oh, like I said, I love this whole suite. It's so cute. Okay, so we have our basket. So I had to use the basket at least once. And then we have this little scallop here, and we're going to add them to the basket. This is Balmy Blue. The basket, of course, is basic white. And there is a die. I didn't want to use it today because I figured it would take too long. But there is a die that cuts out the little strips that are perfect width and length for you to weave through the basket, which is so stinking cute. And then, again, we have our grass, but we're going to use it for our basket this time. So we're going to put the glue on this side of the grass this time. And, whoops, layer it like so without getting glue all over me. Ha ha ha. There we are. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put the basket in place. Let's see, I'm going to put these lower so I can pop those carrots in there and have a little room. Just like so. Right about there-ish. Oh, I forgot to color him yet. So let's go ahead and color him and the carrots. We'll do the carrots first. I'll be using Peach Pie and Shy Shamrock for those. I think this is the dark. Nope, that's the light. Let's use the dark first. You know when I said something about the tips getting wonky? That is a wonky tip. That drives me absolutely insane. I hate when that happens. Oh, goodness. Okay, and then the last. There we go. And then I'm going to use the light. Just trying to give our carrots a little bit of dimension. Again, I'm not the best person to take advice from with coloring. I'm not really good at it. I am in actually technically Scottville, but I say Ludington. I'm a Ludingtonite. I've been from Ludington for many years, which is right here at your pinky knuckle, right along Lake Michigan. It's a really pretty area. In fact, today we took a drive through the state park. And our state park is the second largest. Don't ask me what the first is. It's probably up in the UP, where the Yoopers are. I'm a troll. But our state park is the second largest park in the state of Michigan. It's huge. It's beautiful. It's so pretty here. I'm really blessed to live here, and I would find it very hard to leave. My parents, long time ago, bought a lodging establishment, an inn, motel, whatever you want to call it. And I grew up with innkeepers, and then we took it over. And I was an innkeeper. I retired about, oh my goodness, it's almost been 5 years already. It's crazy how time flies. But then I became the innkeeper. And it was an inn with 45 rooms, kept us very busy. And this was how I kept sane. My paper crafting. Yeah, it's fun. I love it. Okay, let's see here. Anyway, it is a beautiful area, and I'm very proud of this area. It's been very good to me, so I like to be very good back to it. I love our community. All right, there we go. And then we have these cute little buggers. Oh, you do? In Holland and Fenville. Okay, yeah. So not too far from here, only about an hour and a half-ish. Yeah. Yeah, Holland is a very fun place. And that place will be hoppin', pun intended, pretty soon with the tulips and the tulip festival and all of that. I love Holland. I love the whole, I'm really partial to this side of Michigan. I think this side of the state has the best beaches. You know, we have the sandy and the sunset side. The other side, the east side of Michigan over here, has the sunrise. And that side of the state has rocks for their beaches. That's no fun. Rocks? No. Gotta have the sand, right? So I believe that our side of the state is prettier and more better. Just a little partial. Okay, we're almost done. So this again was punched with the 3-banner punch. I punched an extra just in case of a mishap. And oh, I forgot to get that stamp out. Maybe we'll just do, well, let's see. Will this fit? Maybe we'll do another Hello Spring. Yeah, it'll fit. We'll make it fit. We're stampers. We can do anything, right? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. No problem. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And then I don't want to go ahead and squish that up. That made absolutely no sense, but you guys know what I was talking about, right? I know, isn't the basket the best? It's so darn cute. Love it. And I did pop it up with the crust of the dimensionals, or the edge. And there we go. So I'm going to bring back our other creations here from today. So here is our last. And bring all these back here. There we go. There we go. And this one, I don't know. Which one is your favorite, you guys? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I don't know. They're all kind of fun, aren't they? And once again, if you see anything that you like today, like I said, the ink colors from oh my gosh, what year is it? 2024 to 2026, right? Which is the ink colors of Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, and Shy Shamrock. And 3 of those colors are in this whole suite. And they are retiring. Like I said, a lot of the embossing folders are retiring. And yeah, also, since you're on my page, take a look. I made a post right before I hopped on here. There are a lot of products that are increasing in price when our new catalog goes live on May 5th. Things that are carrying over. Things like my favorite, dimensionals are going up in price. Rhinestones are going up in price. I use those all the time. The other thing that's going up in price are the envelopes, our wonderful white envelopes. I'm an envelope snob. I love our envelopes. I love the way the ink takes to our envelopes. I don't know. There's just something about them. And they fit, of course, the A2 size cards in there perfectly. But there's a list of items that are increasing in price, so make sure to stock up before the 5th of May if you need anything at all. I always say stock up if you can, because there are items, linen thread, that's another one I use all the time. That is going up $1, I think. So there are things that aren't going to go bad, right? There are things that you're going to eventually use anyway, so I always say stock up if you can. But you guys, thanks so much for being here today. I hope you have a wonderful Easter. And I don't know what I'm going to come up with for next week, but we'll figure it out, right? We'll do something fun. And like I said, as it gets closer to May 5th, when the catalog goes live, our new mini catalog, I'm going to do a little catalog kickoff. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. I did not do an unboxing with all my stuff like I normally do, because I thought, you know what, maybe I'll just wait and we'll go through it all as it gets closer to introduce all the good things when a lot of customers are then able to grab it. Because right now showing all that stuff is just a big old tease, isn't it? Or just go ahead and join us. Join the Chalet Stampers. And you can add new products now to your starter kit, which is kind of cool. And then continue to get the discount like I do on all your stuff. In fact, that's the main reason why I had joined Stampin' Up! Originally. Was because I was buying so much stuff. It seems silly not to get the discount on the things, right? Anyway, have a great rest of your day, you guys. Again, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for Sunday Crafternoon with Dawn. Bye-bye.